How's it going, guys? Welcome to something a little different for me. Sorry about that intro, I didn't know how to start the video. Today I wanted to look at the 007 card. I did watch parties for 006, I did the tournament watch party as well, and I really enjoyed that. I like the community and stuff that came from that. People that enjoy like boxing and gaming, and yeah, it just worked really well. So I had lots of things to talk about. I thought what I'd do before 007, because I'm going to do a watch party for 007, I should do some predictions before the fight so everyone can kind of get an idea. There's a lot of people who were asking in the previous watch party, you know, who do I think is going to win the fight, etc. I thought maybe let me put a video out first, and then during the watch party as well, maybe my mind will change and things like that. We can have some discussion. So let's get into it. So there are 4 fights happening on the prelims or the pre-show. I don't know many of these influencers. I do know Unbar because KSI tweeted about him. He pulled a stunt where he hung the 007 poster in the National Art Gallery. He was fined £7,500 for that. Really good promotion because I had no idea who this guy was. I don't know these two, unfortunately. I don't know them either, but I'm looking forward to those fights. Here's a shout, right? Here's something crazy, something completely nuts, okay? What if the mystery opponent, just hear me out guys, hear me out. The mystery opponent is Dillon Danis. Dillon Danis
heard his press conference there
is getting so much play. I feel like he might be the mystery opponent. The only reason I think that is because if they announced that Dillon Danis was fighting, even on the main card, and maybe he's not the mystery opponent for the pre-show, but he's going to be a mystery opponent in the actual fight. If they had announced it and said, listen, Dillon Danis is going to be fighting, everybody would have clowned on him and said, you're not gonna show up. You're not gonna show up. There's no way you're gonna show up. This way, he's in the ring, he's shown up, and he gets to put the hurt on someone. I don't know if it's fair for them to put him against Zuckles if he is the mystery opponent. Maybe just before we get Viruzz and DK Money, there might be another fight here that was not announced. And then we have the female fights. I watched the open workouts yesterday. So Lil Bellsy, Lil Kymchii, I'm not familiar with them. I saw the open workouts. Lil Bellsy has a lot of reach advantage, height advantage. Looks pretty good on the pads, so I'm not sure which way that's gonna go. Lil Kymchii also looked pretty good. She seems more aggressive. She seems more ready to fight. But I think Lil Bellsy is going to take that fight. Being from Australia, having had a fight before, I just finished watching an Australian show, and it was nuts. It was called Mr. In Between, and it was so awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Australian on this one. After that, we have Paigey and Tennessee Thresh. I don't know those two influencers. I do know they had a bit of beef. I've been following. Obviously, I still follow the whole scene and all of that, so I know they had a bit of beef. In that instance, I think Paigey Cakey might take it. Tennessee Thresh just looks like she might not like to take a punch, and I know that's a strange thing to say, but getting punched is not nice. And there's 2 types of people, and I know this because of some of the people I started training with around the same time as me. Some of the people I trained with, when they were getting punched, you could tell that they no longer wanted to participate in the fight. I just think that Tennessee Thresh is maybe not gonna like taking a punch. Then we have Viruzz and DK Money. I've seen DK Money fight a couple of times, and I know nothing about Virus. Sorry, not Viruzz, Virus. I saw them both on the pads. They both look okay. I don't know which way that's gonna go. I don't think either of them look really that good. I hope DK Money has come a long way from where he was before. He was one of those people that didn't like to get punched. He even said so himself. So we'll see how it goes. I hope that he's been training and he's been taking some licks so that he can put on a good show for us. Then guys, we have Salt Papi versus Anthony Taylor. Oh fuck, man, this is gonna be such a fight. Anthony Taylor is a dog. He is coming to fight. He's got the peekaboo style. Yeah, okay. He's got the peekaboo style, Mike Tyson style. Obviously, he's nowhere near Mike Tyson, but that style does work because he is the shorter fighter. And almost all of the fights he'll be in, he'll be the shorter fighter unless he fights Dean the Great. He's got short, stubby arms as well. So his advantage is getting inside. Being on the inside, I think he's going to give Salt Papi a lot of trouble if he gets on the inside. Salt Papi is a ring master. He knows how to work the ring. It's going to be hard for Taylor to get in, but you cannot run all the time. And I don't know if Salt Papi has the stamina to keep running from Anthony Taylor. I think it's going to be a really interesting fight. Salt Papi is an excellent boxer. He has taken up the sport so quickly. He's just a natural with it. And maybe that's from the dancing background or whatever it might be, but he's just a natural with it. He's smooth with it. But I think that pressure from Anthony Taylor is going to be something else. I also think Anthony Taylor hits hard, man. I saw him take down Ashley Raksu, and as new as Ashley was to the game at that time, it still takes some power to knock a man of that size down twice like that. I don't know if Salt Papi can handle that power. We'll see. I hope Salt Papi's been in the sparring, and I hope it's been sparring without the headgear. I hope these people have been doing some spars without their damn headgear. Because when you get hit with 10-ounce gloves without headgear, it is a long day for you. It is a long day for you, man. So I have to tell you who I think is going to win between Salt Papi and Anthony Taylor, right? That's only fair. I think that although Salt Papi looks really, really good, I think the pressure from Anthony Taylor is going to be too much. And I feel like if it goes to decision, Salt Papi might take it. Otherwise, Anthony Taylor might take it and knock Salt Papi out. I know that's crazy to say, but Anthony Taylor has power, man, and I think he's been working on it. He's a fighter. He wants to get in there, and he's going to throw bombs. He's going to throw bombs. And yes, Salt Papi might move and be smooth with one or two of those, but if one of those land, it's night Papi. It's 3 rounds. Anthony Taylor does not have to reserve his energy. I know he gassed out in the Idris Virgo fight, but he was also taking some body breaker shots in that fight. I don't know if Salt Papi puts the hurt on his body like Idris Virgo does to tire him out before those 3 rounds are over. And I think he's just going to keep coming at him and keep coming at him and keep coming at him. And I don't know how Salt Papi deals with that. So I think Anthony Taylor's going to take that victory unless Salt Papi manages to weather the storm, outboxes him. He'll take it on points. I don't know if Salt Papi gets the knockout. Deji and Swarmz. And like I said, I hope Deji has been training without headgear. Because I see his footage. I see his sparring stuff. He looks really, really good. But I don't know if he can take the bangs from Swarmz. Swarmz is looking quick. I saw him on the pads. He's looking really, really fast. He would look a little bit better. He was looking a bit upright. I know it was pad work, but still, you can tell quite a lot from someone doing pads. Deji's looking really, really smooth on the pads. He is definitely been training. I know that Swarmz is going to want to put that heat on him, and I don't know if Deji's going to like that very much. So we'll see how that goes. I think Deji is going to win that. I do think he's going to win it. If he switched on, he's definitely going to take that victory. Okay, and then last we have KSI, Joe Fournier. Now, I watched the open workouts. Neither of them gave us anything to go off of. KSI was just doing some fitness stuff. Joe Fournier didn't even do anything. He was doing some little shadow boxing. I think KSI is going to wipe the floor with Joe Fournier. I do not know how Joe Fournier is going to deal with KSI's pressure. I looked at Joe Fournier's previous fights. There is not a single fight that he has been in where there's an opponent that is pressuring him the way that KSI pressures. There is no way that I see Fournier dealing with that. Fournier came out yesterday at the open workouts saying he's actually been sparring. He's done like 100 rounds or something like that. He's actually been training for this fight. He's on weight. He looks good. He looks shredded. But he's 40 years old. And I think that youth from KSI, being the younger man, being way more explosive, being way quicker, way more energetic, all of those factors are going to count in KSI's favor. Yes, Joe Fournier, previous WBC holder. We can talk about that as well, but let's not. I mean, Wade has talked about that in length as well. Can Joe Fournier's experience outdo KSI's pace, youth, power? And I mean, KSI might be a little bit wild, but he still knows how to fight and he still knows how to box. Those are all things in KSI's favor. The only thing in Joe Fournier's favor is the fact that he has a bit of an experience. And is it really that much experience? He started boxing when he was 30. Pretty late in his life, right? It's a late start. You're not as fresh, can't teach old dogs new tricks, all that nonsense. I mean, that's probably not true, but it does take longer for older people to learn things. Your reaction time, your speed, all of that has to be worked on way more than someone that's younger. It's just the way it is. And I don't think that Joe Fournier is going to be able to deal with all of that from KSI. And I think KSI is going to show us levels, because look what he did with Temper. Yeah, he got hit on the way in, right? He got hit a couple of times with a left on the way in. Joe Fournier says, yes, if I hit KSI when he comes in, it's not going to feel like Temper. I've seen Joe Fournier's punching, man. It's him and Temper could probably go at it, okay? It's not that hard. He doesn't hit that hard. And I don't even think he hits harder than Idris Virgo, and KSI takes those shots because he's gonna hit KSI, and I think KSI is just gonna walk right through it. I've seen Idris Virgo put the heat on KSI in training. I know that KSI can take shots. The body to the head, he will walk into a few of those, and then he'll go to Joe Fournier, right, now feel my power, and it's over. Easy win for KSI in my opinion. I don't think Joe Fournier brings much to the table that's going to challenge KSI other than a quick tongue and a great personality. And I think it would be awesome to have Joe Fournier on Misfits after he loses his fight. Maybe against Dillon Danis if Dillon Danis is not on this card. But I think he might actually be snuck in somewhere on this card, right? Maybe he had a conversation with KSI and said to him, listen, the reason I pulled out of that fight, I wasn't ready to fight you. Put me on a card. Let me show you what I've got, and then let me be on Misfits. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Fuck knows. I'm just speculating at this point. Anyway, guys, I hope to see you guys there on Saturday. If you're watching the fight, come watch along with me. I'm obviously not going to be showing the fight, but I'm going to do a watch party. Popcorn, Skittles, grab your shit. Come watch, come talk to me. I want to hear your opinions. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for the support lately. I'll see you next time.